embracing contradictions and maintaining your sense of humor is essential for survival in modern times. Indeed, look at us here. The sun is shining here in Johannesburg. The lovely jacarandas are out. They're in full bloom. However, load shedding is back. But it's all good. I'm cool. The air conditioner here in the office is not working. But as you can see, I'm wearing my Bermuda shorts. And yeah, we're fine. It's good. But remember, with progress comes darkness. You have to keep both in your head at the same time and keep smiling. Consider this blunder. US and Korean authorities say they've just broken up one of the world's largest markets for child pornography. Wow. A crime that's proliferating thanks to the rise of cryptocurrency. I mean, what now? So good tech leads to more bad behavior? It seems so. A 23-year-old Korean was arrested for running a ring which distributed over 1 million sexually explicit videos involving children. Yuck. He's in jail already. But anti-crime agents all around the world have arrested 337 site users around the world in 38 different countries. How do you think they caught them? Well, the images were stored on something called the darknet. I don't even know what that is. I suppose it's sites that you can't find on Google. But the subscription payments that people used were routed via Bitcoin or cryptocurrency accounts. So here's the interesting part. US investigators unmasked those users hiding behind the Bitcoin transactions. They analyzed the blockchain and de-anonymized the transactions. I don't know what to think about this. Maybe Satoshi Nakamoto works for the FBI. He invented Bitcoin as a way to get criminals to make convenient payment records of their transactions. Ouch, what a blunder. If you're doing something legit, use your Visa card, you perverts. Okay, here's another example of how fleet-footed you need to be these days. Did you see that the second annual World 5G Summit had to be moved from Hong Kong because of the protests there? Organizers decided to move it to another much bigger, much safer conference city, Barcelona in Spain. The problem was, as the delegates arrived there last week, they walked into mass protests at the airport because of the jail sentences handed out to Catalonian separatist leaders by that top Spanish court in Madrid for the riots last year. Oh my God, that's like jumping from one frying pan into another frying pan. What a nasty blunder. You know what? If the United States of America is the land of the free and home of the brave, then China must be the land of the unfree and home of the overly conformist. Look at this image here. We've got a Chinese truck driver who's become an overnight national hero. Why? Because he stopped to paint over his number plate before going through a camera license checking zone in northwestern Shandong province. Look at that. He's busy painting himself a new license number. And you know what? His handwriting, his calligraphy is very good. And that's, of course, why he's gone viral, because his good calligraphy skills are a big thing in China. Maybe he thought no one was watching him as he was making his alteration. Meanwhile, the whole thing was actually being recorded on surveillance cameras. Oops, what a blunder there. In other Chinese news, authorities in Beijing have recently banned exports of black clothing into Hong Kong. They've basically banned all trade of black clothing going into Hong Kong because their protesters are liking to wear black clothes these days. Yes, that'll work. That's addressing the real underlying causes. Here's another one. You just have to juggle with the good and bad these days. Much as I cannot stand Donald Trump, he literally is the worst, most horrible person in the entire universe. His Republican administration is considering more changes to the US tax code to lower global multinational tax rates, whereas the OECD, the so-called giants of globalism in Paris, are trying to raise global taxes. You'd think that Trump was bad and the globalists are good, right? But not this time. And I know there's some viewers of this channel that like the idea of higher taxes because, you know, governments are so wonderful. They'll do great things with the money. But I'm not one of those. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, thank you very much. The less money they collect, the better. So there we go. Good is bad and bad is good these days. There's a new hotel in Germany going up in Hamburg. The building was a Nazi bunker in World War II, and now it's being turned into a luxury hotel. I mean, who on earth would want to stay there? That's another big fat blunder for you. One from the hotel industry. And finally, you know what? The news comes at you so thick and fast these days, you just have to surf the waves. Look at this absurdity. A company called the Family Fruit Basket, which sells jams, different flavors of jams. And the payoff line on one of its jars, at the top there it says, tastes like grandma. Ugh, what a blunder. I'm not sure I want to know what grandma tastes like. And if I really got to thinking of it, I'm sure she'd taste more like Bovril, not like blackberry jam.